Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Mahalia. I am not going to dilly-dally too much. I think this should be a fairly short video as well. I'll be making, it's called a picnic bone-on pork. That's at least what it says on the package. It's supposed to be somewhat similar to pork butt, but there is a large bone and then there's skin on it, so I'll have to kind of try to dry out and crisp up the skin during the cooking process. I was supposed to get a pork butt, but I'm not the one who went to the store, unfortunately, because at the time I was sick. So I definitely didn't feel like going out to do anything. So I asked my partner to pick it up on his way home, and he was like, "Well, they don't have any, so I bought you this picnic bone-on pork and a little ham." Okay, so this is a pan that I plan to use, an aluminum pan. And I mixed up some seasoning. Crap. I just got some of the seasoning on my stove. But I mixed up some seasoning in here. It's the stevia, because I can't use regular sugar. Red pepper flakes, mustard seeds, salt, pepper, and a little bit of the caramelized onion Kinder's seasoning. I'm gonna put that back over here. I have to mop my floors anyway. But I'm gonna cut this package open really quickly and then drain out any of the liquid. Once we get it out of the package, we're gonna have to pat it dry. So let me get this over to my sink. I'll now get this out of the package and into the tray. And in the trash this goes. My plan was to make this tonight, but it is already kind of late, so I don't know. I might let this sit overnight with the salt and everything on it. Right now, I'm just going to, I think I'm going to use my fillet knife for this. It might be a bit easier. We want to cross hatch the skin just to try to get the salt into the grooves. Is it working? Yeah. The skin on this one is very thick. Well, I can't say this one because the skin is going to be pretty thick regardless. So you're going to want to use a sharp knife. There we go. All right, now that I have it cut up, I want to get some napkins to absorb any of the liquid and moisture up here. We're just trying to dry it off as much as possible. I did not have the greatest paper towels, but now my hands are washed, and I will season the skin side, mainly because we're doing somewhat of a dry brine. The salt will draw out the moisture and the skin. I am getting it all over my stove currently. I'm gonna try use one hand for the salt and the other to get it into the crevices. Okay. It's pretty well covered in the salt now. Get this out of the way. Bring this over to season the other side. Because the other side actually has the meat, and we want the meat to absorb some of this seasoning for flavor. Now, I'm going to try to turn this over as best I can. Alright. And then season this side. This also has salt in it. As I said, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, red pepper flakes, mustard seed, stevia in place of sugar. And I'm going to season this portion up here. And then flip it back over. And do this side as well, just a little bit. Now you can choose to not season this at all besides like with salt and maybe pepper if you would like. But if you just want to enjoy the taste of the pork without any additional seasonings, that is fine. I'm also going to tuck some onion into the pan because when I make pork ribs, I usually cook them on a bed of onions. So, okay. And I'm going to set this in my fridge for about, either I'll cook it tonight and I'll let you go, like I'll let you guys know if I cook it tonight. Maybe starting at midnight, and then it'll have to be cooked for almost 8 hours. So that'll be done at 8 a.m. Or I can start it once I'm up, and then it'll be done by maybe, but essentially it'll be after lunch, so dinner time. I'm thinking I'll just start it tonight so that it'll be done by the morning, and we could possibly enjoy some of this for breakfast, a non-conventional breakfast. But I will see you later. It is now a little bit after midnight. The clock on my stove is fast. It's 1 hour ahead because we never actually changed it. But I would like to add a bit more flavor to this. I don't know how many people may feel about it, but I like Worcestershire sauce. So that's what I'm gonna add now. Oh, and I should start preheating my oven. I think I have to cook it at 250, if I remember correctly. Start. Is there another one here? And then a bit of Worcestershire just for added flavor. Once my oven is preheated. So I got a bit distracted, I'll admit, but my oven is now preheated, and I'm going to put this in there uncovered. for the next 8 hours. So, because it is currently 1:11 in the morning, um, I'll see you guys at 9. If you could not tell, I am not much of a morning person. I don't know, maybe my personality gives morning person, but I'm not. Um, so here I am the next day. I've taken out the pork after cooked at 250 for 8 hours. It looks really good. Again, well, not again, excuse me. I would not use the seasoning again on top. On the bottom, this is like me later on having tasted it. Tastes phenomenal. It ends up looking a lot more burnt on camera than it was in real life, but it was still very, very good. I put it in at 450 just to crisp up the skin and make it nice and crunchy. This was after cooking the pork shoulder. I think this is pork shoulder. The picnic pork, the picnic bone-in pork, for approximately, I think it was 15 to 20 minutes at 450. And I am just talking to my partner. We're going back and forth on, do we leave it in? Do we take it out? Because as you can see, there are some really dark spots and we didn't want them to burn. And finally, he talked me down. All right. And I was like, fine, fine, fine. I will take it out, but I don't think it's done. I want it crispier. I want more bubbles. Like, I want it more puffed up. That's why I did the hand sign. Like, I want it puffy. It's not puffy enough for me. And but I kind of messed it up by putting the seasoning on top, because then, it was burning and that prevented me from cooking it longer. But as you can see, it still looks very, very nice. Lots of juice. It was still very juicy. And in just a moment, after letting it rest for some time, you guys will hear some wonderful crispy pork skin ASMR. Could we all just take a moment to appreciate just how beautiful this pork is? I am very proud of myself. The bottom shreds apart. Well, all of it shreds apart easily, but it falls apart very easily. The skin is crispy. I would like to have it bubblier, is the word. I guess crispier, more of the crackly bits. It was still delicious. Next time I wouldn't put the seasoning on there. It definitely looks more burnt on camera than it is in real life. But nonetheless, it was delicious. I was finally trying a piece here instead of picking it apart. I ended up pulling another piece off for myself to try, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Super juicy, super tender. But I want to thank you all for tuning in to today's video. I thoroughly appreciate it. Please let me know if you make one, how yours turns out. See you next time.